Elizabeth Chappell, a lifelong entrepreneur who finally found my niche. After years of new ideas and jumping from business to business, I figured out how to turn a craft into a successful career. In 2016, I started a monthly subscription box for quilters. That little startup has grown into a thriving, multiple six-figure business that I am so proud of. As a published author, designer of fabrics and patterns being sold throughout the world, my favorite thing to do is to teach others how to grow a career of their dreams. Each week, you'll hear from me or from other guests who are creative entrepreneurs, so you can learn exactly what to do and what not to do to grow a career that's more rewarding and successful than you ever thought possible. If you're ready to turn your craft into a career that you love, I am so excited you're here. Welcome to the Craft to Career podcast. Welcome, friends. I'm excited for the guest that we have today. You know, when someone does something just really, really sweet and meaningful and thoughtful, and they become near and dear to your heart? Well, that is the guest today, Becky Campbell of So Forever Becky Campbell. She is a very talented English paper piecer. She has a really cool product that I love that we've been chatting about for years. She's an alumni of the quilt pattern writing course, and she is on a coaching call today. A few months ago or a month ago, I did kind of a drawing, if you will. I don't know what you'd call it, but if you left a review for the podcast, I chose a few people who wanted to get a one-on-one coaching call. And Becky is one of those who applied, and she is so sweet. Back in December, I was going through a rough time, which Becky did not know at the time when she made a pillow for me. She used my fabrics, Gail Lorraine, which are named after my mom. She made the most beautiful pillow. In fact, I'll take a picture and put it in the show notes so you can see. And even on the back of the pillow, she has the selvage, so you can see Gail Lorraine, my mom's name, and the fabric designed by myself. And the time and energy that went into that pillow, and then she mailed it and it showed up on a day that was a really hard day. I know as a maker how much goes into something that's handmade like that. And to just gift it, I mean, I was a ball of tears. It was so meaningful, and it came at just the right time. So Becky is very sweet and thoughtful. And she has really, like I mentioned, an amazing product. So let's jump in and you can meet Becky Campbell and we can hear her coaching call and the things that we discuss about growing her business. Becky, welcome to the podcast. I'm excited to have you. For our listeners, can you share who you are and what your product is?
I'm Becky Campbell, and So Forever Quilting is my business. And I do applique and English paper piecing in non-traditional ways that make it really easy for you to add these skills to your tool belt, and also to save you lots of time. The learning curves just disappear.
Yeah, and I have to give it a plug. I love I know there's a name for it. I'll describe it. It's paper and it's sticky on the back, and you can put it on your fabric and you can sew without worrying about Y seams and making hexagons, triangles, all sorts of different shapes. What is that product called?
It's English paper piecing made easy. It's rebranded from Modern based on your recommendation. So I'm still working through the rebranding process because it takes a little while sometimes, but it speaks more to the advantage of the product. Easy tells you it's easy.
Yeah, and English paper piecing made easy. Yeah, and you just stick it and you can sew. So before we hopped on this call, I asked, what's your biggest takeaway? And for the listeners, can you just repeat what you were saying? Like, what are you hoping to get out of our coaching call today?
I'd like to increase sales and have people go to my website and buy the products and patterns that will just make their quilting journey easier.
Perfect. So yeah, increased sales. And you were telling me like you're posting across all these different platforms. You have Pinterest, you're sending out your email, you have going on social media, but it's you feel like it's just not you're not seeing sales from that. Is that correct?
Correct. Right.
So basically, when you're posting and doing all the things and you're not seeing sales, my biggest thing would be to look at, well, what are you posting? What is the quality of the content? And by quality, I'm not saying the quality isn't good, but like if it's not resonating with people, if it's not making people want to buy, let's look at why. So let's pull up Instagram and give me one of your favorite posts and let's analyze it together and see what we could do to make that be more enticing.
Okay. I'm going to do it on my phone so that I don't lose you somehow. I'm getting good. Well, I think they're good. Like when I view my insights, they're generally 200 to 400 accounts reached. And a lot of them are non-followers, which is good because that way more people are seeing it. Let's see. And I try very hard to do a call to action, like visit my website, visit my YouTube channel. And so my wording is do this, and that will be what you got.
Perfect. So a call to action. So back when I first started teaching Craft to Career, I just said, have a call to action in every post. So more specifically now, your call to action should be to get on your email list. And so you don't necessarily want to send them to your YouTube to watch something. You want to be sure you're collecting their contact information so that you can now proactively reach out to them and not hope for the algorithm to show your stuff, you know? So, yeah, is there a post, and whatever post you want to look at or reel, I will share a link to that in the show notes so that our listeners can see exactly what we're talking about and looking at.
Okay.
Okay, there's one. It has your English paper piecing made easy on a floral fabric, and it says, how did I get the deer block to match so well? So that's a great question. That's a really good hook.
Okay.
So I would, first of all, the thing that's really working right now with Instagram, and this changes all the time, but for now it is short form video. And so that means like 5 to 10-second video. So instead of having a photo, I would have a little video of the deer and just showing your block. And by video, I mean, you're just going to hold your phone and hold the deer block or set it on a table and kind of bring your phone in, zooming in on it so that there's movement and it's a video. And then on that video, say, how did this match so well? So that hook is right there. They don't have to read the comments to see what the hook is. It's right there on the video. And then in the comments, share by using this product, English paper piecing made easy. And then let's look at the link in your bio. You want to immediately send them to, this is going to get a little counterintuitive. You don't want to send them to buy right there. You want to send them to get on your email ad list so that you may continue to reach out to them. So that is my suggestion for a video. Now let's go into how can you capture their email address. So my question to you is, do you have any free options? I see a free guide, best products to make applique easy. Tell me about that guide.
That's a really good guide that shares the products that I use to make English paper piecing easy. And there's lots of information included in that.
Well, okay, free guide. So best products, that's great. That is a great opt-in. So you could say, get my guide. However, for this particular example where you're showing the deer and how it's pointing so much, after seeing that, I personally would be super intrigued to watch the process of how you did this, or tell me more. What is this product? How does it work? So I know because I've chatted with you before, you have some YouTube videos that show how to use your product. So I would say either click the link in my bio, or if you use ManyChat, are you using ManyChat? No? Okay, so let's not do that. Just say, click the link in my bio, and I will send you. I'm saying this out loud. Let me think through it. Click the link in my bio, and I will send you a link for a free tutorial on how I use this product.
And that would go to one of my YouTube videos?
So what I would do is then have a Flowdesk, your email marketing provider, have a Flowdesk way to capture their email address and say, let me share my free tutorials, enter your name and email here, and I will share that list with you. And then in Flowdesk, now you have their email address, so you can contact them repeatedly. And in Flowdesk, I would do a workflow where day one, you say, welcome, here's my very first introductory video on this product and how to use it. Be sure to watch your inbox, and I'm sending another email tomorrow with step 2. And just walk maybe like 3 to 5 days max of sending them videos of how to use your product.
Okay, and those videos are not the YouTube videos, they're videos?
Yes. Oh. Yep, they can already be the YouTube videos, but instead of pointing them right to YouTube, the step that's in between there is capturing their email address. So you're still sharing the YouTube video, it's just only after they've signed up to be on your email list.
Okay, that makes sense. Sometimes the hard part for me is plugging all those things in, like making Flowdesk work with the LinkedIn bio. I get a little bit confused among those things, and I'm trying to. So when you click on, because
you've got it working already. So
okay.
When that free guide, so I click the link in your bio, and there's a few different buttons, but one is free guide, best products to make applique easy. If I click on that, that's bringing me to Flowdesk. So you've already got that working there. So I would just move the top button instead of visit website. You want to capture the email. So I would create another Flowdesk thing and share the link here and have it be, what did we say? It's, the free guide, keep that there. That's a good one. You're still going to collect email addresses that way. But get my free, what's your product called?
English Paper Piecing Made Easy.
Yep, get my free EPP Made Easy tutorials here.
Okay, tutorials. Yeah, because, okay. And that's where I connect to YouTube for what's already there.
Flowdesk. Okay. So that's where you capture their email. So that'll be a Flowdesk button.
Right, but I'm going to put my YouTube link in there, right?
Well, okay, just to make sure we walk through each step. So you'll have that button here. So they'll click the link in your bio, and the top button will be get free EPP Made Easy tutorials here. And when they click on it, that will bring them to Flowdesk, where you'll say, sign up here and I will share my tutorials with you. As soon as they sign up on Flowdesk, then you send a welcome email and you say, here are the links to my YouTube tutorials. And I'm looking at the links in your bio. I would take off tips and techniques because they don't have to give you their email address in order to get those. So anything that you're giving away without getting, and so forever YouTube, maybe, but I would want to make it like they have to give you their email address in order to access those things. So I'd probably take those off.
Okay, because then it's not as many choices that they have to make.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, and make those more like free things they get when they sign up for the thing. So
yep.
When I'm in Flowdesk, then I'm making more landing pages. Is that what I'm making in Flowdesk to capture their email?
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to open up Flowdesk real quick to make sure that I'm saying the right word. Oh, it's a form. You're going to create forms. And the form, it's going to be a full page.
I've done it. It's just I haven't, I do it and then I go on to something else and I'm like, oh, how did I do that? last time.
Right. Yep. So you'll create that form. And then once you make the form, you need to make sure to make a workflow. And that is where you give the product. Because once they sign up, you want to make sure you're delivering and that you're actually giving them the thing that they signed up for.
Okay.
So now the next thing is to get people to sign up, right? So it's one thing to have a workflow, but you want to entice people to sign up. And so I really recommend short form video. So I don't see a lot of reels, and the reels that I do see, they're not the kind of short form. So if you've been seeing my Instagram lately, granted, I'm going into kind of like a little bit more humor. You don't need to do that necessarily, but you want to be showing your face. You want to be showing the process of making tips. Like, in fact, I will show you let me pull up her account, Center Street Quilts. She has some great reels where she is showing the process of sewing something. And she's, in our industry, and she has 236,000 followers at the time that I'm talking to you. And so she's a really great account to go and look at as to how is she making a video tutorial. She does a really good job of that. So I would check out her account and go watch some of her reels, and then kind of notice that like her background is a white cutting mat. The background you use matters. You want it to be white and clear and have nothing else except for, what you're working on. Short. I mean, some of her videos are a little bit longer, but it's because it is showing an entire process of making a bag. So yeah, watch her tutorials on making things, because while your products are very different, it's similar in the fact that you want to be showing those kinds of tutorials.
Right. And I find it kind of challenging. Like, I do have a white mat because I agree with you way long time ago that the green mat was just not very appealing. But the challenge that I kind of have is to show my face and the process like seamlessly without moving the camera a bunch
Yeah, well, and what's interesting as I say this, I'm looking at Center Street Quilts and her videos. You'll see she actually doesn't show a lot of her face. You'll see her hands because, you can hear that in the background. But yeah, you can watch her videos and see that. But I do think it's good sometimes to show your face, and even just, here's a product that I created, introduce a little bit, mix in a few where it does show your face so people know who you are and kind of connect with you.
Okay. And I did that on a video, but like the tech part, I think I put a questionnaire up. It's down past, I'm a featured guest if you scroll down. And so I did do a video there, and that got, let's see.
Well, I'm holding up my phone right now. Is it this one right here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So great. I will point out, you also want your face. If you open up this video, it is odd. It's not filling the whole screen. And I'm going to link this to the show notes as well. But it's choppy. Like, at first you're down in just a little corner of the screen. And then the video, it's I get horizontal and vertical mixed up, but it's going left to right instead of up and down.
Right. And I filmed it that way, and I think I tried to change it in Canva, but it didn't work that great. So sometimes I think, I'm filming for YouTube, but then I need to film up and down for
right. Up
and
and
I
down.
think
I like that.
I think I put a questionnaire in, and I think that black space over there is the questionnaire that is blocking it out. I don't know.
So yeah, when you put videos, make sure that it's 9:16 is the format. And actually, it's great content. Like, what you're showing, the sewing is great. If you can repurpose that, that's great. You're showing taking off the sticker and replacing it and how to sew and all of that. So, and you can make those kinds of videos over and over again. Use different fabric, use the hexagon versus the triangle, You can show that once or twice a week and people won't get tired of it. That's always, you're going to find new people. It's very satisfying to watch. So, it's not like always reinventing the wheel. Just show your product over and over again.
Okay. And when you do your reels, do you do the camera part and then do you edit them?
I do. Yeah. I use CapCut, CAPCUT. Just make sure at the end, CapCut always adds a little screen. Delete it. Yeah. Delete that. Yeah. And I have a tripod. I think it's called Canvas.
I know which one that is. Yeah.
Which is crucial when you're recording sewing. You need both of your hands to make something. You need to have a tripod to hold your phone for you. Yeah, but I just think making your content more attention grabbing and simple and educational is going to increase people wanting to buy it. So, and in fact, it's great to keep posting on Pinterest and everything like that, but you really want your videos to go viral. You want people to be like, man, what is this? And so just keep showing videos. And if you're showing videos and your following isn't going up and your views aren't going up, then it's time to revisit it again and be like, hold on, why is this not resonating? Because it should be. I mean, again, Center Street Quilts, look at her videos and how it's filling the whole screen, how it's short, quick, attention grabbing, all of those things.
Okay. So all the projects that I'm showing, I should probably be filming more as I go and then editing those to share.
Yep, absolutely.
Since I'm filming vertically, can I repurpose that to YouTube? Won't that just be like cut off?
I honestly haven't been posting to YouTube for a long time, so I don't even know.
And that's fine.
I would think so, but yeah, I'm not positive.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, filming everything, it becomes more natural, but it is kind of, as I do anything, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should be filming this. Even walking to get fabric, I'm like, oh, I should be filming that. It's almost like I just need a camera crew around at all times to film everything.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that will really be a game changer for you. So you will be collecting email addresses to give anything away, really. And then you'll be creating content that's going to attract people and make them be like, I have got to have this. What is this thing? Give it to me,
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Any other questions you have before we wrap things up?
No, I think that will be really helpful. Now I just have to put it all to work.
That's the hard part, right? We could chat all day, but then doing it, is another thing. So you've got this, Becky. You have a great product. It's awesome. So I want to see that succeed for you.
All right. I really appreciate your help. And this has been a joy to be able to talk with you personally.
Well, thank you. And I just have to give a shout out, that pillow that you sent me. I'll put a picture as well. It just came at such a meaningful time. It is a beautiful, the work that went into that, the fabrics you used, my Gail Lorraine fabrics, you'll have a place in my heart forever. So thank you, Becky.
Well, thank you. But you inspired that. Not that I'm not a giving person to begin with, but listening to your podcast every Friday, which is, I'm like, it's Friday, I get to listen to the podcast again. But you spoke to reaching out to other people in a good way, not here's my stuff, help me do it. So the whole thing that this was your first fabric and it was named in honor of your mom, all those things just kind of like connected for me. And I was like, oh, okay, let's make this memorable for you.
And you really did. You knocked it out of the park. It is like a cherished heirloom. And you'll forever have a little special place. So thank you. Yeah. And for our listeners who want to find you, where is the best place for them to find you?
That would be Instagram. And Instagram is So Forever by Becky Campbell. My website is So Forever. And then, let's see, everything is some form of So Forever. But if you go to my website, there are links for all the social media platforms that you can look at and follow.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Becky.
Thank you.
Becky, thank you so much for being here on the Craft to Career podcast. It's such a pleasure to chat with you, as always. And listeners, if you want to go and see her product and see more of what she offers, So Forever, Becky Campbell. And if you can, take just a moment now to leave a review for the podcast. That can make a world of difference for someone else. And it can really help the longevity of the podcast and to bring wonderful guests. So thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful week or weekend, depending when you listen to this. And we'll see you back here next Friday with a brand new episode.